back to my channel. It is Monday, September 27th, and I'm off today, so I've just been having a pretty chill day, but also productive. I have edited the reading vlog that's going up tonight. I've also filmed a video that I'm going to edit, and then I'm just gonna read for the rest of the day probably. Might go to the grocery store to get some stuff that I need, but other than that, I'm planning on having a pretty calm and relaxing day. The book that I'm currently reading is The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown, and I am on page 336, and I'm really enjoying it. I should maybe be able to finish it today since I'm off and I'm planning to read the entire evening. So that is the goal for today, to finish this one. That would be great if I could do that. If you don't know, Da Vinci Code is a pretty famous book. We follow Robert, who is a professor at Harvard University, and he's in Paris for like a lecture thing, presentation thing. He teaches symbolic religion, I believe, like a lot of religious symbols and their meaning and codes and stuff, what they mean and what they stand for and what it's about. So it's really, you know, obviously he's very into that, and he has a lot of knowledge about that. While he's in Paris, sleeping at night in his hotel room, he gets a phone call from the French FBI kind of thing that a very important person has been murdered at the big famous museum in Paris. I don't know how to pronounce it in English, the Louvre, and this very important person left a message behind. So at the murder scene, what's left behind is like a bunch of codes and symbolic codes and stuff like that. So the French FBI calls in Robert, and Robert thinks, you know, that he's there to help them solve what the heck that means and why it says what it says. What Robert doesn't know is that the French FBI has him as the main suspect, because he was actually meeting up with this person before the murder happened, but he never showed. So it's a bit mysterious and a bit, you know. So yeah, they think he's the main suspect, but you know, he didn't do it. He meets Sophie, which actually works for the French FBI as like something with codes, but she goes behind the French FBI's back because she doesn't believe that Robert did it. She thinks he's innocent, and she wants to help him, or she wants him to help her, because the man that was murdered is actually related to this Sophie, and which people didn't really know because she didn't want to get treated any differently, because this man was kind of famous or had like a high position. People knew of him, and Sophie thinks that he left behind all these messages and codes for her because, you know, she grew up with this person, and when she was young he would always, you know, make fun codes and teach her about coding and symbols and all that stuff. And it's kind of complicated and in-depth about these things, but Robert and Sophie goes beyond and do everything they can to kind of figure out what he wanted them to find and what he wanted them to know, because this man who was murdered was part of this really secret society kind of thing, and the information that they had, it's like top secret, and it's very in-depth about stuff like that. And yeah, and it's kind of crazy. So I'm on page 36, and so far it's only been one night. Like, so you kind of get the idea of how slow it's going. All of this is probably just like in one night, over the course of one night, which is pretty crazy. But I don't think it has been slow, honestly. I've been actually kind of flying through this, probably also because this is the Swedish hardback version, so it's in Swedish, which makes me want to read it a lot faster, and it's very easy, obviously, because it's my main language. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it, the plan, and hopefully I can finish it today. That would be great. And I'm so glad I'm reading this. I feel like this is one of the books that you kind of have to have read, and when I have read it, I can finally say I've read the Da Vinci Code. And what I want to do also when I finished it, I really want to watch the movie. I know it has Tom Hanks in it, and I think that would be a great and kind of good, cool thing to do, to watch the movie after I've read this. That would be kind of fun. So yes, I'm very excited to see how it's going to end and how everything is gonna come to an end, because the police and everyone is still kind of chasing Robert and Sophie. So I'm kind of interested to see how they're gonna like clear their names and stuff, because they're all over TV in France, and everyone thinks that they murdered this man, and very, very intrigued about this. But yeah, this is my current read, and I'm very excited, and hopefully I will finish today and then I will pick up another book, but we'll just have to see. Now I'm gonna go and import the footage of what I've just filmed, and then I'm gonna edit that, I think. And also I might head to the grocery store. We'll see where the day takes us. It is quite a bit later, and I've been reading a lot in the Da Vinci Code. I'm on page 439, so I don't have a lot left at all. But I am taking a little bit of a break. I'm gonna eat some dinner and I'm gonna shower, and then the plan is to finish it. So very excited to be finishing this today. It is quite later in the evening and I just finished the Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. I am beyond excited that I finished it, and I can say that I've read this now, and it's been my first Dan Brown book, and wow, it was really, really good. It had a lot of religion and history in it. Some points a little bit boring in that, because it went really in depth about those kind of stuff, but also very interesting and, you know, cool, and it's very unique, like very cool. You get to follow all of these clues and hidden passwords and codes, and so many plot twists too, I think, because there were like people you trusted and then betrayed you, and it was just like a lot of stuff happening. And also this entire book, 500 pages, only in one night and one day, or like 2 nights, I guess, 2 nights. So you kind of get the idea of how slow it is, because all of these pages in just 2 days. Yeah, but I'm so glad I read this, and I'm actually really looking forward to reading more of Dan Brown's books. But I finished it, yay. Not sure what my next read is gonna be, but I don't think I'm gonna read anything else more tonight because it's getting kind of late, but we'll see. I guess I will just let you guys know tomorrow. Hello guys, it is Tuesday morning. It is a rainy and gray morning, and I'm just having the best time because I love it when it's raining. And it's supposed to rain the entire week according to my phone, so I'm excited, and which is why I decided to pick up this book, because I feel like it's here, it's time. I do a reread of the series every year around fall or winter, and I just felt it today. It is time. I'm starting this beautiful book. Obviously I've read it before. It's one of my favorite series, and I can't even tell you guys how it makes me feel. It makes me feel so safe and secure, and I can't even explain it. And I feel like I'm in the need for a book like this right now, because I don't know, I've been feeling a little bit anxious about work, and I just feel like I'm stressed, and I feel like I need a book like this right now to help me feel safe. So it's super, super gray and rainy morning, and I'm starting Twilight. This is the first time that I'm reading these beautiful dust jackets from Etsy that I bought, and it's so freaking gorgeous, and I'm so excited. I'm so ready. I start work at 12 today, and then I work until 9:30, so it is a pretty long shift, and I don't have too much time at home now before, but I do have a few hours because I got up early so I could relax and read before work. So I'm excited. This is what I'm starting, and I couldn't be happier. It's time. it is time for me to head to work, but I wanted to do an update on Twilight. I'm on page 68, so I've been reading like 3 chapters I think, and I'm just loving it. The feeling it gives me is just, I can't even describe it, it's just magical, and I'm smiling throughout the entire thing. So I'm excited to read when I get home tonight, but I do have to be in bed early because I have to be up early tomorrow morning, so I will probably talk to you guys tomorrow. Hello guys, it is Wednesday, it's evening, and I'm very exhausted. I'm sorry I'm always like negative. I guess not negative, but like I'm tired and stuff, but I don't want to be all happy and lovey-dovey when it's not the reality. Like, I'm happy, but like I'm tired, and it's that's the reality of working full-time. Like, you're gonna be exhausted, and I just want to show the reality kind of. But it is Wednesday evening. I worked all day, a very long day, and then I went to the grocery store, which I think I mentioned I was gonna do on Monday. Did I do that? No, because as of right now, it goes in periods of time. As of right now, I struggle a lot with stuff like that. Like, I love the idea of roaming around a grocery store, just, you know, having music and, you know, roaming around, buying whatever you want to buy. Like, it's great living alone. You can buy whatever you want, whenever you want, you know? But the reality of it is very filled with anxiety for me and very stressful for me, especially around the times where there's a lot of people in the grocery stores. And I'm very like lucky because I do have a job. Like, I work some days and then I work evenings, so on the day when I work evenings I can go to the grocery store in the mornings and it won't be a lot of people. But of course I didn't do that, and I had to really go today after work, so I was like, I need to just breathe and do it. And you know, I did it, and I'm glad I did, because you know, you need food. It's you need food. But it was very difficult, and I'm feeling like, or like I felt when I get home, very stressed and overwhelmed. And I remember always kind of feeling like this. I mean, obviously living at home as a kid, you wouldn't go to the grocery store alone. Like, you know, you would go with your parents and they would buy the stuff, and you didn't really need to do anything. You didn't really have to talk to anyone or do anything, have any responsibilities. But even as a kid, I remember, maybe not a kid, but like teenage or early teenage years, I remember sometimes my mom would ask me if I wanted to go with her, and I was like, yeah. And then we would get there and my mom would be starting to like get out of the car, and she was like, are you coming? And there were so many times where I stayed in the car. Like, I'm getting so much flashbacks. I stayed in the car and I sat there because I couldn't go in. Like, I couldn't. It was impossible. And, you know, but I didn't need to, because my mom bought stuff for the family, you know, because I was a kid. And now when you're an adult, you're supposed to be doing all of these stuff. And I know it may sound ridiculous if you don't have anxiety or social anxiety, or, you know, you will never understand this kind of thing, but it is real. And so the feeling of overwhelmness and stress when I got home and like after, but I don't know why I just talked to you guys about that, but I think it's just it's such a mundane thing to go through the grocery store, something that everyone needs to do, but it can be really difficult at times too. And it's not like this every time. It goes in periods, but today it was kind of difficult, but I did it and I'm proud. So now I can have food again. And then I've cooked, I have showered as I told you, and I'm so ready to relax because I'm very exhausted. It's been a long day, guys, and I hope you all are taking care of yourselves and relaxing and really wind down if you had a long day, because it's so important to take care of yourself. Enough of that emotional talk. The book. I read quite a bit last night before I fell asleep, and I'm on page 110, and I'm so excited to read more. Hopefully I can get back some happy feelings when reading this, the cozy feelings. Love it, because I don't have to be up early tomorrow because I start work later, so I can read all night if I want to, and I'm very excited, let me tell you. It is quite a bit later, and I realized I forgot to mention that I'm reading another book besides my reread of Twilight, and that is Fallen by Lauren Kate, which is an old one, I know, but I haven't read it, and it's been sitting on my bookshelf for quite some time now. I think I got it like really cheap somewhere because I was intrigued, and you know, I know it's an old one, and I don't know, I think it just reminded me of like the iconic Twilight things, because I know it was really popular back then. So a lot of you guys have probably read it, and I think I would have loved it when I was a teenager, because I feel like I loved these kind of stuff, like dark, mysterious vibes when I was younger, like Twilight, Beautiful Dead, Vampire Academy. But I'm reading it now, so better later than never. So we follow Luce, who is actually named Lucinda, but she's called Luce, who moves to this boarding school, Swords and Cross and Swords boarding school, and there was this guy named Daniel, and you know, it's one of those typicals. I think it's gonna be but I don't know like what kind of supernatural thing we have going on. I don't think it's gonna be vampires. I'm thinking something to do with angels maybe. I don't really know, but looking at the cover, I feel like it's gonna be something supernatural. This Daniel guy, we kind of just been introduced to him, how he, you know, they run into each other and he stares at her and just kind of those things. So I'm thinking maybe it's some kind of supernatural thing. But, you know, Luz has been having dreams about this guy, and I think what we're following here is that they knew each other in a previous life or something. That I don't know. I'm on page 81, so I don't really know. And even though it's old, like I don't know what it's about. But I'm thinking like that they were in love in a previous life, and then she's having dreams about it, and you know, kind of like in Beautiful Creatures, you know, when they touch the necklace, they get glimpses of their previous life together. I don't know, I'm getting those vibes, but I don't know, because I've just started it last night. So, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time. So okay, so if I'm getting this right, we have a little bit more background info on Lucinda Luce. So she was sent to this boarding school because of an incident, because this boarding school apparently is for, how do you say it, like, I wouldn't say bad people, but a lot of the kids there has had some of like issues at school, so they've sent here. So they have been sent to this school for different types of troubles at previous schools. So if I'm getting this right, so Luz had a boyfriend before, back at her other school, and, or like, maybe not boyfriend, but it was a guy, and they were dating, and when they were kissing or like touching each other, Lucinda kind of like, she has some kind of power that killed this guy, and she feels very guilty for it, and she feels very, you know, she doesn't really understand what the hell happened or what the hell is going on. So that's pretty interesting. So from what I'm understanding, has some kind of power, or she is some kind of supernatural thing, which we haven't yet figured out. So I'm very intrigued. Hello guys, it is Friday. It's about 6 o'clock, and I'm sorry about this. It's just, it's been a day. It's been a day. I've been talking so much today that I was like debating if I wanted to vlog, because I'm so tired of talking, but I was like, I should definitely update. So, but yeah, reading wise, even though I didn't vlog yesterday, I read quite a bit in both of the books that I'm reading. So in Twilight, I'm on page 152, so I'm making progress, but also this is a reread, and like I know the story. Like, I know the story with my heart, so like I know everything. So it's gonna be a quick read, but also it's not something that I'm stressing about, because it's kind of this cozy thing that I want to do, and I don't know, I'm just not stressing with it. I've been focusing more on Fallen by Lauren Kate, and I'm on page 240, and this is actually really good. I'm so sad that I didn't read this when I was younger though, because I feel like this would have been, I would have loved this when I was younger. I still am really enjoying it, but you can tell it's for a younger audience, which, you know, but I love the vibe of it. It's one of those, you know, around 2010 romance, supernatural, fantasy ones. This is published in 2009, I think. And, you know, I don't know, I feel like that was just such a good time for me and like for books like this in general. I don't know, I like the vibe of it. And I love the supernatural feels, which is perfect for autumn. And, you know, we have this mysterious guy that is, you know, he's interested in her, but also he's like avoiding her, and it's just very annoying for her, obviously. And she feels like she knows him, and she gets glimpses of him from like a different life, so she's trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And, you know, you don't really know much about this guy, Daniel, I think he's called, yeah, because he doesn't really have any family, and people don't seem to really know a whole lot about him. So and yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's very fun too. Like, it's so easygoing because I think it is for younger readers, so it's so easy to get through, which is why I've been reading so much. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could finish it tonight. If not, definitely this weekend, because I'm off. So I'm very excited. So I definitely should be able to finish this book this weekend. If not, tonight. We'll see how much reading I can actually get done. I'm pretty tired, but I also feel pretty motivated to read, so I'm excited. Hello guys, it is Saturday morning and I have the weekend off, so I slept in and I had a very good night's sleep, except for two very weird dreams that I had. I think I've talked about my dreams in another vlog. They're not nightmares, but they're not pleasant dreams either. And you know, there was a certain point where I remember them, but they're now that I don't remember what it was, but I did remember what it was when I woke up, but now they're gone. Which is why you should keep a dream journal, because that would be so cool to just like look back at what you've dreamt, because you do forget your dreams, or at least like 90% of them. So it's so interesting to me how you dream and how weird it can be. But yeah, it is Saturday. I don't have any plans for the day, only for tonight, because it was my dad's birthday last, no, not last, it was a few weeks ago, and we weren't able to go out for dinner then, because, you know, it's not easy to have 4 people with super different schedules to have like something to do together. But this weekend worked for all of us. So we're having dinner at a restaurant that actually is not in my city, because we don't really have too many restaurants here. So we're going off a little further into a different city and having some food tonight, but that's pretty late, so I have the entire day to just read and relax. I also want to film my September wrap-up today because it is October. Crazy. But my current reads, as you know, are these two, and I've been reading quite a bit last night in mostly Fallen. I've been focusing on, because this is not a reread, so I kind of want to know where it goes. I'm on page 305 and I'm really enjoying it, as I've told you. It's very, I don't know, it's so like dark and mysterious, but in like a light way, in a teenage way kind of thing, and I'm really enjoying it, and I should definitely be able to finish it this weekend, because I'm honestly flying through it, which is great. I also looked up, when I started this, I looked up reviews on Goodreads, and there were a lot of mixed reviews. Some really liked it and some really hated it, and someone commented that it was like a Twilight copy, like it was very similar to Twilight, and I've now like I've understood it. Now I have read quite a bit and I can see the similarities. You know, we have obviously the new girl in school and the dark mysterious guy, but I feel like we have a lot of books about that, so that was not really a similarity that I thought was a Twilight copy. But you know, we have the supernatural thing. I'm glad it's not vampires, because I feel like we need other stuff than vampires too. So what I'm feeling we are dealing with here is like angels, fallen angels, which I don't really know what it's about yet. We are 300 pages in, but we haven't really gotten a lot on the creatures, like not a lot of info on that yet, so I'm hoping that we do get. I know this is a series, it has like a lot of books, and I don't know if I'm gonna buy them, but maybe we don't get too much info in this first one. I have no idea. But it was funny, there was one scene in here where she and her friend are very curious about this guy, you know, and his family legacy, because you don't really know anything about his family. So they do research in the library and stuff, and they find something. And that reminded me so much of the scene in Twilight where she is at the computer and, you know, looking up about the cold ones, and, you know, these text sequences, so like they don't sleep and they're always cold, and they can't be in the sun. We had a similar thing here where it was like they never sleep, and she's like, that's why it always looks tired. And it was just really fun, and I'm enjoying it. So my plan, honestly, well, maybe I can finish it today. That would be the plan, because this is probably what I'm gonna focus on today, and then we will read this when I feel like it, because, you know, it is a reread, so I know what's happening. It's not really too exciting to read it because I know what's gonna happen all the time, but yeah, that is the plan for today. Do some reading, hopefully film my September wrap up, and then have some yummy dinner tonight with the family. So it is a while later. I changed into some comfy clothes again after filming my September wrap up. I edited that one, and then I've just been reading. I'm on page 384 in The Fallen, and we have finally got some answers to their past and what the hell is going on. So we have figured it out, how Daniel knew her and how she felt like she knew him from a different life. And I'm really enjoying it. Oh, I'm so mad that I just didn't read it when I was younger, because I would have loved it. I feel like it would have been such a special series for me back then. But yes, but now I've been taking a bit of a break. I've eaten some lunch, and I'm started watching the Da Vinci Code movie last night because I finished a book earlier this week, so I wanted to watch the movie, but the movie is really long. It's 2.5 hours, and I only got 20 minutes in last night before I fell asleep. So I am currently watching it because I was in the mood, and it's a gray, rainy day, and I kind of just wanted to chill since I am heading out tonight. So I'm really liking it. I love the fact that Tom Hanks played Robert Langdon. I honestly couldn't see a better one playing him. I really like Sophie too, the actor that plays her. So I'm liking it. I'm probably not going to be able to finish it now because it's a super long movie, but I'm watching it and I'm enjoying it. So I have showered, I've changed yet again because I'm soon heading out, but I want to update you guys that I'm almost finished with it. I'm on page 429, so we will see how late I will be home, if I'll be finishing it tonight or definitely by tomorrow, because I literally have so little left. But I'm soon heading out, so I don't really have much time to read anymore. But I'm really enjoying it. We had one that we I really trusted, and these people trusted her too, and she betrayed them, and I was like, what's going on? But yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm excited to see how it ends. Hello guys, it is a Sunday. It is in the middle of the day. I slept in quite a lot because I fell asleep very late last night, but the dinner was amazing and we had a great time. It was very nice to have dinner with everyone, and yeah, but I fell asleep very late, which is why I slept in very late today, naturally. But I did actually finish Fallen last night before I fell asleep, and I really liked it. Since this is a series though, I feel like you didn't get the satisfying ending that you want. You know, obviously it left off kind of in a cliffhanger, or not even a cliffhanger, but it left off without really any solution. Like, it was, I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't a satisfying ending because it is a series, and you know, there's more books where stuff is gonna happen. So I'm very conflicted because I really liked it, but I'm not sure that I want to buy all of the other books because there's quite a few in this series, at least 5 more I think, which is a lot, and I do think it is a little bit for a younger audience, but I still really enjoyed it. I did, and it's perfect for this time of year because it has those mysterious dark vibes, But I don't know, like I really liked it, but I'm just so mad that I didn't pick this up when I was younger because I would have loved it so much more. But yeah, I did really enjoy it and I'm super glad I read it. So now today I'm just gonna be focusing on Twilight and have a good time with that one because obviously it's a reread and it's such a cozy read. I'm on page 152, so this is just what I'm going to be focusing on today. Maybe not be reading all day. I have some stuff I need to do. I have some laundry I need to do and hang that up. I washed my hair. Might do some cleaning around the house. Kind of those stuff that you have to do and that I am too tired to do when I work, so I try to do them on my days off. Dishes, cleaning, laundry, stuff like that. So yeah, but this is what I'm going to be focusing on, reading wise, and I'm very excited for just a cozy Sunday, not leaving the house. It has gotten quite late this Sunday, so I'm going to end the vlog here, but I wanted to do a final update. I'm on page 312 in Twilight, so I made a little bit of progress, which is nice, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm having a good time. I feel very safe and nostalgic reading this, so I might read some more before bed, but we'll see, or else I'm just gonna relax and watch TV. So just a cozy Sunday night. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in one of my next videos. Bye.